Hello Tub and third graders, it's Miss Steele here. Today we are going to be working on week 4 of your distance learning packet. We'll be working on the ELA day 1. So let's get started. So we're going to start on day 1, the introduction to the unit and our vocabulary. Today we will begin to explore the new topic of magnets and magnetism. You will learn vocabulary words that you will see as you read and write about magnets and magnetism. This should sound familiar to us because we did start this unit before we left school for distance learning. So we should be able to get some of this done, and it should be pretty easy. So first we will examine the picture below. Be sure to pay attention to the details in the picture, such as the objects and how they are arranged. Answer the questions below, and read the unit message. So let's start with our first task, which is look at the object and describe what we see in the picture. Well, I see a magnet in the picture. I see a magnet that is picking up some screws and metal objects. I see a pencil, a penny, and a rubber band under magnet. Okay. Based on what you see in the picture, what do you think is happening? Well, looking at this picture, I think these metal objects are attracted to the magnet. So that's what I'll write. I think that the metal objects are attracted to the magnet, and the other objects are not. Okay? So you should be writing what you see and what you think is happening in the picture. Okay? You don't have to write exactly what I'm writing, but this should give you an idea. Our next question says, why do you think the pencil is on the floor? Well, I'm pretty sure that magnets only pick up objects that are magnetic, and usually those are metal objects. So a pencil is made of wood and wouldn't be attracted to the magnet. So I will write, the pencil is made of wood and is not magnetic. Alright, so we finished the first section. Let's go on to see what our next activity is. We'll read the unit message. In this unit, you will read to learn about how different forces make an impact on our lives. These forces can also make a difference in our lives by improving the way we do things. In this unit, you will examine the forces of magnetism and electricity. You will learn how magnetism and electricity work, the role magnetism and electricity play in our everyday lives. Stop and jot. All right. What do you know about magnets? What do you know about electricity? How do you use them in your everyday lives? So I'm going to stop, and I'm just going to jot down what I know about these topics. So it doesn't have to be very long. I'm just going to write down what I already know. What do I know about magnets? I know that magnets can let's rephrase that. Magnets can attract and repel magnetic objects. What do you know about electricity? I know that electricity powers lights, television, computers, refrigerators, other things we use. We get electricity from, well, we can get it from different ways. We can get it from oil, the sun, wind, and from water through dam power. How do you use them in your everyday lives? So I think I answered some ways I use electricity. I'll go ahead and add that we use magnets to hold things on our refrigerators, to make we use magnets to hold things on our refrigerators, to make electricity, and to trying to think of one more way we use magnets in our daily lives. To keep doors shut. Okay, so once you finish jotting down everything you know about these topics, we'll go on to the next page. So our next activity. Below are 4 new vocabulary words that you will find in the text, The Truth About Magnetism. For each new word, use the vocabulary chart below to read the word and its definition, examine the picture that helps to describe the meaning of the word, write a synonym, a word that means the same, explain your understanding of the word by getting specific, make a connection or define it in your own words, and use the word in a sentence. Okay, be sure to look at the example provided. So here is our example. The word is magnetism. It means the power of a magnet to attract, a force that pushes and pulls certain metals. And then there's a picture of a magnet that's holding some nails. A synonym for magnetism is attraction. And for getting specific, when I feel my refrigerator magnet get pulled to the refrigerator door. So that's an example of magnetism, when the magnet pulls the door shut. And finally, in a sentence, magnets use a force called magnetism. So now we're going to try this for ourselves for these next 3 vocabulary words. The first word is force. Force means the use of such power, energy, or strength. So in this picture, there's a person, looks like he's pushing a table, and then he's pulling a table, which shows the force. A synonym for force I'm going to write is power, because force is like the power of push and pull. To get specific, I know that large magnets that I have seen can pick up cars. So they're using the force of magnetism to pick up a car. And then finally, I'll use the word force in a sentence. Magnetism is a force that attracts and repels magnetic objects. Okay. Let's go on to the next word. The word is attract. It means to pull something towards something else. So in the picture, there's a magnet and it's pulling this guy toward him. So he is attracted. So a synonym for attract is pull. To get specific, well, I have a magnetic shopping list that I put on my fridge to write down all the groceries that I need, and it has a magnet on the back. So I feel the attraction of the magnet when I put it next to the refrigerator. So that's what I'll write. When I stick my shopping list magnet to the fridge, that's when I feel the attract. And finally, we'll use it in a sentence. A magnet will attract piece of metal. Our last word is repel, which means to push away. So in the picture, it looks like there are two magnets, and they're holding the north side to the north side and the south side to the south side, so they repel from each other. They push away. And I know that a synonym for repel is push. Next, we're going to get specific. So I feel the repel force when I push two magnets together and they do not connect. So if you've ever played with toys that have magnets, like magnetoblocks, and you can't get two pieces to connect, it's because they're repelling from each other. And finally, I'll use the word repel in a sentence. Like poles of a magnet repel each other. Okay, so we've finished our vocabulary chart with our synonyms, our getting specific, and our sentences. So we can check off all of our directions for activity 2. And we are finished for week 4, day 1. Great job, students. All right, I'll see you next time.